guys, it's Megan with Vigilante Vibes, and I'm here with another character breakdown, and I'm continuing my Marvel coverage and talking about all the underrated mutants in the Marvel Universe. So for today's episode, since I was asked by multiple people in one day to make a breakdown of him, I am here to talk about our boy Elixir. So, Elixir first appeared in New Mutants Volume 2, Number 5 in November of 2003. After Joshua Foley's mutant powers showed up, he went to Xavier's Institute to learn how to use them. He eventually joined the new X-Men and later the X-Force team, becoming Elixir. He's an Omega-level mutant who can either heal or hurt people. He's always struggling with the two sides of the powers, the ability to give life or take it away. So, that's a very short version of who Elixir is. But if you hang tight, I can give you the full version, the full history of Joshua Foley. Born in Flushing, Queens, New York to parents Howard and Grace Foley, Josh Foley was the family's golden boy. He had a great childhood, growing up well-adjusted and well-liked with a loving family, but he didn't know was that he was a mutant. He had the X gene, and that was about to change everything. His friend Duncan convinced him to join the anti-mutant group, the Reavers, led by Donald Pierce. During a fight with the New Mutants, a group of young heroes mentored by the X-Men, Duncan got hurt. That's when Josh's powers kicked in, and he accidentally healed him, which is like, be grateful. Later, when Pierce injured a mutant named Lori Collins, also known as Wallflower, Josh put his fears aside and healed her too. This led to one of the original New Mutants, Danny Moonstar, inviting him to join Xavier's Institute. He said no at first. He still had his pretty toxic thoughts about mutants, even though he was a mutant. But after his family and friends turned on him for being a mutant, he reluctantly agreed to go, because it's like, what else are you gonna do? As the mutant Elixir, Josh can manipulate organic matter, like flesh, blood, bone, just by touching someone and concentrating. His skin has a shiny, flexible gold with a dark mercury-like substance flowing over it. This power, known as biokinesis, allows him to heal almost anything, from small wounds to major injuries, even regrowing tissues that have been completely destroyed. The only downside is that healing massive injuries can cause him to pass out, which, is it like that big of a downside? Like, it could be worse. He's also got a powerful offensive side to his abilities. By reversing his energy, he can cause all kinds of damage, from cellular breakdowns to a full-on heart attack. On top of all that, he's got the brains to match his powers. Despite only having a high school education, he's basically a genius when it comes to genetics and biology, with the knowledge of someone who has a PhD in biochemistry. When he first got to Xavier's Institute, he had a tough time fitting in with the muties, as he so lovingly called them. And he struggled with his roommate, David Allen, who's actually Prodigy. But they eventually became good friends. At first, his parents named the school his legal guardian, but later his faculty advisor, Danny Moonstar, took over. And that gives you a pretty good idea of how hard his parents wanted to not be involved with their son. That they handed over the rights to his life to a school. After taking the name Elixir, he joined the New Mutants training squad, the new X-Men, and later the X-Force. After a villain named Reverend William Stryker attacked the Institute, Josh killed him. And it changed him, literally and figuratively. From then on, whenever he faced powerful enemies like Belasco, Wither, and Gauntlet, his black form would appear, either completely covering him or crawling all over his body like spilled ink. Around the time Danny Moonstar became his legal guardian, he fell for Rain Sinclair, also known as Wolfsbane. I don't know if it's Rain or Ron. It's R-A-H-N-E, and I've never heard anyone say it out loud. It's only Wolfsbane. So from here on out, she will only be referred to as Wolfsbane, who had just come back to the Institute after losing her powers. During an intense kiss, Josh accidentally healed Wolfsbane, giving her powers back. This made her lose control and attack him. Close to death, Josh managed to heal himself, which unexpectedly turned his skin gold. Now calling himself Elixir, he joined the New Mutants. He and Wolfsbane started a secret romance, but she broke it off after becoming a teacher. Then Josh started dating Wallflower. But when a jealous Wither found out about Josh and Wolfsbane and exposed them, Wallflower quickly dumped him. After M-Day, when most mutants lose their powers, Emma Frost chose Elixir as one of the key students for the new X-Men. He grew closer to Wallflower again after Wither hurt her, and Josh tried to heal her, but he couldn't. When William Stryker blew up a bus full of depowered students, Elixir couldn't save his friend DJ, and a part of Josh's soul went dark. When Stryker's purifiers killed Wallflower right in front of him, something snapped. Elixir unleashed his power, causing Stryker's cells to deteriorate until he died. This turned Elixir's body an onyx color. After healing a nearly dead X-23, his skin turned back to gold, but a black ink blot remained, moving across his body, which looks cool for us. I cannot imagine how it is to have that. From then on, Josh was determined to learn everything he could about the human body. He had the Stepford Cuckoos telepathically download all of Beast's medical knowledge into his brain, which unlocked his power's full potential. Later, he joined the X-Force to fight Bastion and his followers. He healed a drug-overdosed Wolfsbane, but she attacked him and Angel, tearing off his wings. When Elixir tried to heal Angel, it reactivated his dormant DNA, giving him his powerful Archangel wings. Afraid of this new knowledge and his own capacity to kill, Elixir asked X-23 to help him wipe his memories. But before they could, a news report about the thought-to-be-dead Graydon Creed stopped them. He then joined the team to go after the Vanisher, a thief who stole a very dangerous virus. Reluctantly, Elixir gave him a brain tumor to make him cooperate, and later helped heal X-23 after she was infected by said virus. Cyclops then sent the team to the future to bring back the first mutant child born since M-Day. But while there, Elixir went into hysterics after failing to save his friends. He then had a standoff with Strife, giving him cancer. Strife forced him to heal him, and Elixir then used his powers to save his friends, Surge and Hellion. All that effort put him into a coma. He was later revived by the goddess of death, Hela, to help save Wolfsbane's child. He transferred some of the baby's powers to fortify Wolfsbane's body so she could carry to full term. Elixir then rejoined X-Force and fought Selene and her inner circle. He had a final showdown with Wither over what happened with Lori, which ended with Elixir turning into his Onyx form and Wither turning to dust. He left X-Force after that and stayed in Genosha, but discovered his healing powers were gone. After Wolverine's death, Elixir was captured alongside several other mutants. He tried to kill the villain Siphon, but his powers failed him. He then joined a group of mutants on the ruins of Utopia and was later invited to the new Charles Xavier School. Still struggling with who he was, he joined a church to find himself, but a villain named Gauntlet and his Dark Riders started hunting down healers. Dark Riders found Elixir, killed his friends, and then shot him. He resurrected himself and tortured the Dark Riders by killing them and bringing them back to life. Magneto's X-Men rushed him to a medical center where mutants were suffering from a disease, but Elixir's healing powers ravaged everyone, including himself. The X-Men stopped him, and he went to a retreat to learn how to control his powers. He later joined Magneto against Bastion and his crew, who were spreading a virus that caused uncontrolled growth in mutants. Elixir was able to reverse the effects, then joined Magneto's new Brotherhood of Mutants. Elixir then joined Emma Frost's new Hellfire Club. As mutants faced a vaccine that would erase the mutant gene from future generations, Beast shot his teammate Vanisher with a cure serum. Elixir tried to heal him, but failed. When Professor X and his allies created the mutant nation of Krakoa, Elixir joined a group called the Five, who could combine their powers and resurrect deceased mutants. They'd create new bodies and restore their memories, making Elixir and the rest of the Five a revered and sacred group. So, that is Elixir, Joshua Foley. His life is something. He started off so happy and loved and cared for by his family, just for everything to go to trash. And but you know what? That's what you get for being so anti-mutant, though. But I guess he does accept that he's a mutant, and he does find a love for his friends and the people in his life, but his life is like full of failure after failure, and it's like, I'm glad he found his place with the Five. And I would really, really like if Marvel made a comic surrounded by the Five. Or, like, I understand Krakoa era is over, Krakoa is done, but I want more. So, anyways, speaking of comics, I have some comics you can check out to get to know Elixir even better. These are just the comics I read. If you have any other ideas or any other comic recommendations, just let me know in the comments, because I don't know all of Marvel comics. I haven't read all of Marvel comics, and I don't plan to. So, yeah. Starting off, New Mutants Volume 2 from 2003. New X-Men Academy. New X-Men from 2004. X-Force Volume 3 up to like issue 25, I think. So that is my breakdown of Elixir. I hope you guys enjoyed it. He is a great character, as is most of these characters that I'm breaking down, because they're just underrated. Underrated mutants with amazing powers and amazing stories. So make sure you are following along by liking and subscribing so you don't miss any more of these breakdowns or any of the other things I like to post, because I post a lot. Perhaps too much. Someday I'll learn. Well, with that being said, have a marvelous day.